And in sixth year, I worked very hard, studied very, very hard in sixth year. But the exams didn't go the way I wanted them to go. And when I remember getting the results, the day of the results, and I remember going into school, and again, this is in the days before the internet. You actually had to go into school to get your results handed to you. And I opened up the envelope. Actually, my friend went in first, Scott, and he opened up his envelope, and I heard him going, yes. And he got the points he needed to go to Trinity College. And my other friend, I heard him open up his envelope, and I heard a big yes. He got what he needed to go to DCU. And when I opened up my envelope, I looked down, and it was all C's and D's. And my goal was to go to UCD, do the Bachelor of Commerce degree in UCD. And I was short 150 points. And the only way I describe that day, that feeling, is there anyone who's ever seen Harry Potter? And if you've ever seen Harry Potter, in the first Harry Potter, where they all go to platform 9 3/4, and they're about to go to Hogwarts. Does everyone know? Yeah. And you see the train at the train station, and everybody's getting on the train station, and they're all hustle and bustle and the excitement. And the only way I describe that feeling of getting the results that day for the Leaving Cert, it was like standing on platform 9 3/4, and then I was watching the train pull out of the station. But I wasn't on it. And I remember I didn't even go out that night. I was so disappointed, and I was also quite nervous because I had to go home and face my parents. And my dad, he kind of looks like an Irish version of Tony Soprano. He does. And my mom, she looks like Judge Judy. So I got to go home and face Tony Soprano and Judge Judy and tell them I didn't get the points I needed in my Leaving Cert, and I was very nervous. But my parents are very cool, they're really cool, and we sat down and they said, well, look, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I said, well, I want to go back. I want to get the points, and I want that place in University College Dublin. They said, well, look, we'll support you. We'll do whatever we have to do. And that's what I did. I went back the following year. And the second year when I went back to do the Leaving Cert, how I describe that year is that I studied smart. I studied smart. And it was a whole different approach to studying. And the good end to that story, the fantastic end to that story is when I went in to open my results the following year and I looked down, it was all A's and B's. And I got what I needed. I got the points to go on into University College Dublin, and I went on then after that into the Institute of Chartered Accountants. And the reason I tell you that story is not to impress you or not to tell you, about how fantastic or how terrible my endeavors actually were. It's to impress upon you that what I've learned in over 25 years of academic experience and having delivered this program as a peak performance learning expert over the last 5 years, to over 10,000 students in over 150 schools, what I've learned is that you need 3 things to succeed. The first thing is a system of study. And that's what you learned the first time we were here, and that's what we're going to work with you on, to develop that system of study. The second thing you need to succeed is a goal, something to focus towards. In my case, I wanted to go to University College Dublin, and I was getting that place. There was nothing going to stop me. So for you, you're on the home straight now. You've got to be thinking, where do I want to be in 6 months' time? Because it's coming fast. And the third thing is the attitude to succeed, the mindset, which is the biggest driver of all. I'm obsessed with this whole area of psychology. What's the difference between someone who succeeds and someone who doesn't succeed? And you know what? It's not down to how smart they are, not how intelligent they are, not how naturally, brilliant they are. What it is it's how hard they work. So it's the attitude and the mindset they bring to their work. And, what we teach and what we deliver in accelerated learning, because that's what this is all about, accelerated learning. Warren Buffett. Does anyone know who Warren Buffett is? Yep. Exactly. He's one of the richest men in the world. He's consistently been in the top 3 richest men in the world over the last 20, 25 years. He's a stock trader. He's a stock investor. And Warren Buffett is worth a couple of billion. He's worth a lot of money. And he was recently, himself and Bill Gates were at a forum, and somebody asked them, they said, if you had one superpower, what would it be? And it was actually Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Everyone knows Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. And Bill Gates said, if I had any superpower, I would like to be able to read fast, read a lot quicker. so that I could absorb more information. What Buffett said, he said, if I could have any superpower, it would be knowledge. In the old days, knowledge was power. Nowadays, knowledge is profit. So in the old days, knowledge was power. Nowadays, knowledge is profit. The faster you learn, the faster you earn. That's what he said. The faster you learn, the faster you earn. And that's what we're teaching you today, is not just a system of how to study faster, but how to learn faster. And that's the type of skills that you need to succeed in the 21st century.